These reimagined Disney princesses were inspired by the African diaspora.
We wanted to make sure that you could recognize each one of the Disney princesses. So we really started with the traditional look as the initial inspiration. And then we kind of did what we always do, which was figuring out how we can add our own spin to it.
I mean, I still haven't even soaked it all up, but
Right.
it's been so amazing.
Karin and Regis Bethencourt, owners of Creative Soul Photography, partnered with Disney to create a new line of Disney princess dolls inspired by the African diaspora.
We actually were able to give input on the entire process. Disney actually asked us to pick the ones that resonated with us most. We knew we wanted to do Tiana, obviously, because she was the first Black Disney princess. And then Rapunzel, how could we not? Everything that we do is hair related, right? And then Cinderella, I just love Cinderella's story in general. I like that she was able to overcome her struggles and adversities in life. And then Snow White, I just felt like we could do a pretty cool spin on Snow White. We incorporated African Ankara fabrics. The hairstyles were inspired from different Afrocentric styles. So Cinderella, she uses a Zulu hairstyle, and it was a hairstyle that symbolizes wealth and strength in the African community. I'm just impressed with like the hair texture.
The Bethencourts first saw their vision come to life at Disney World's Epcot.
We were over the moon. Everything was well thought of, from the packaging to the actual dolls, the fabrics. So we were already just on cloud nine just from seeing the dolls. But then after we got to see everyone's reactions from, and it wasn't just kids, there were grown people that were over the top excited, right? Because, a lot of times we felt like we didn't have this growing up, right? And so it was a magical moment for us to just be able to see ourselves finally represented in this space.
The real-life models for the dolls got to experience the joy of seeing the final products as well.
They were over the top excited. I'm like, can you imagine going to school and saying, I'm a real-life Disney princess, right? All the girls have such unique stories and unique backgrounds. Tiana is a little girl who is Muslim. When we did the shoot, we obviously did it with her hair out, but she is now transitioning to her hijab. We have Cinderella, whose family is from Grenada. And then we have Snow White, whose family is from Sudan. And so they all have such unique backgrounds that I thought that it would be nice to have them all highlighted and have really a pretty diverse group within the models that we chose.
Most of the Atlanta-based husband and wife duo's work celebrates and promotes Black and African culture and style. Their goal is to create positive Black representation so young people, and the young at heart, are able to see themselves in popular media.
There's often these negative stereotypes in the media of Black youth, right? And I felt like there was not enough positive representation. That's really, kind of how we started. We wanted to showcase positive images of Black youth and showcase them embracing their culture, but also highlight some of the really cool things that they were doing.
It's just not in their music like it was when we were growing up. It was in our music, it was in our clothes, it was in the things we watched, but it's no longer there anymore. So we just have to kind of install it in every way we can visually.
I tell people all the time that you don't realize how much kids soak that up when they're young. That's kind of their first preview into just culture and adult life. I hope they gain more of a sense of self, sense of empowerment, sense of feeling that, number one, they belong, and number two, that they're not afraid to stand out. They're not afraid to be unique. They're not afraid to wear their natural hair or to embrace their skin tone. I want them to just feel empowered through our work, and that's whether they're young or old.